Divine ones, hi. So it's the 4th of July today on a Saturday, and I am in my car at one of my favorite parks, just hanging out, doing my solo thing here. My kid asked me earlier if I wanted to go to the fair, and I said no because I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't going to be a good day, and it wouldn't have been because it started raining, like a full-on thunderstorm, and I was seeing the thunder over there, and I was like, those are the real fireworks. The lightning, it was there, and it was over here on the right side of me. But I'm just doing my solo thing. I said that I would check in with you guys on the weekend, over the weekend rather, have you guys hang out with me a little bit. But, I am in my truck again, and my bike, as you can see, is in the back. And I don't plan on taking it out because it's dripping, soaked from the rain, thunderstorm out there. Which I don't mind biking in the rain. It's just that if it rains again, I don't want to get caught in it. Not that, I'm sugar or anything, it would melt, but, I just decided I'm not going to go out there. I'm just sitting in my truck. It's peaceful. This particular park, you can hear traffic from one of the main roads, but it's not as loud as the other park that I go to, that I really like that particular spot where I, go to park, but it's like too much noise, and I just wanted peace today. I just wanted to be quiet. I like for my weekends to be peaceful and quiet. And so I did not want to go to that park. So I'm in my car. Oh, and there's a rabbit. Oh, well, I'm like, if you guys, I won't be able to switch views on my camera because it doesn't give me that option once I start recording. But it's so adorable. I just love animals. I told you guys, I just love animals. And his little ears are so cute and tiny. And I just want to pick it up and hold it and just give it a hug. And it's so adorable. And it's eating grass. And it's like still in a panic because, they're just really scary creatures. They're always looking around, always on guard, trying to make sure that they're safe. When they hop out from wherever they usually are hiding and keeping themselves, out of harm's way. Oh, it's hopping. Cute. But I came to the park to see if I would possibly be able to catch any of the pretty fireworks. Again, I don't celebrate any holidays. Well, I guess I officially celebrate Christmas with my son, but because he likes to celebrate it, I celebrate it. But otherwise, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be celebrating it. I celebrate my solar return and the solar returns of my loved ones, which are birthdays. And that's it. And I celebrate my birthday or my solar return the entire month. But, yeah, I just wanted to look at the pretty lights at night, when they send off the fireworks. I don't know if there are going to be any here. I really don't care at this point if there will be. I just wanted to come to the park today. I can hear them because there are some that are being set off from somewhere close by. I'm just still staring at this rabbit. It's adorable. But I'm in my truck again, just hanging out. It's peaceful. I'm listening to nature's music. And I didn't plan on, going anywhere in particular because things are just not set up for me to do that at this time. I'm investing. So I am trying to conserve finances for that reason. So I am sticking to the bare necessities in life. And I'm not buying anything that I don't need Oh, I wish I could have some Indian food right now. I swear. Like, I told y'all last time, I was like, I wish I could get some Indian food. It is literally right down the street, the restaurant. I went to eat at this place, this particular restaurant, about 3 weeks ago. Oh my gosh. I wanted to slap them so bad. It was so good. And the service was amazing. They were so sweet. The gentlemen that were trying to take my order, not trying to, they did because I placed an order, and the food was just absolutely amazing. And I don't like to eat out much because I have a special eating lifestyle where I don't eat meat anymore. I stopped eating meat in December 2023. And it's not that I was joining this bandwagon of people that are vegan or vegetarians. My body was just like, no, you can't eat that anymore. So I had to stop eating certain things. And, the only two things that I was still consuming that didn't give me problems was salmon and tuna and bison. I really enjoyed bison, and my system didn't have any problems. But, I just got to this point, and someone very near and dear to me was like, well, if you already, coming away from it, and meat really doesn't have any purpose, for you as to why you're no longer, consuming it, then just, maybe it's time to make that decision. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So, he provided the encouragement for me to go ahead and just leave it alone altogether because my body was already like, no. So I stopped. So I have been vegetarian since officially January of 2024. And I've been enjoying it. But back to the Indian restaurant. How did I get off of that? Because I was trying to get to how good the food was. But anyway, I wish I had me some right now. The food at this restaurant was so good. I had never had Indian that good before. Now, I haven't tried any of their other dishes because I've only went once. And I plan to go back in the next couple of months. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that I can go back and get some more of their food. The service was amazing. They were nice. They were helping me with trying to figure out what I wanted to order. I already pretty much knew, but I kind of wanted to order something different from what I normally ordered. But then I also wanted to get, things that I normally order because if it was good, then I was like, okay, well, I know this is like my safe menu ordering item, so I know I'm good here if it's good. And it was so good. And I can't wait to try other things on their menu that I like. But the samosas were so good. The roti was so good. Even their tamarind sauce was so... I need to stop talking about it because I might drive over there. But I'm not going to because I have to be very disciplined with my finances. Finances was something that I learned a very harsh lesson around during my journey just in the last couple of years. And because what I am being asked to do right now, which is release materialism, I mean, when you're being asked to release materialism, that is one hard effing task when you are coming from a place where you used to be materialistic. I'm telling you, like, that is a tough one. And, I talk to a guy on it daily, and I'm like, how? I understand minimizing, and I've cut all of the bills that I used to have in half, except one. But it's just one that I can't go without. But actually, the major one, like the roofing over my head, I was able to cut that in half. So I'm doing amazing there. But then another one went up, so some things just kind of went up and some things went down. But all of them, with the exception of one, have decreased. So that's a good thing. And that will allow me to save for what I want to invest in, because there's a lot of things that I want to invest in. And, I had to get control of my finances, which I have successfully. I don't emotionally overspend anymore, and I don't buy things that I don't need. Now, I did treat myself to something today, but it was like $1.49, like literally, and something that was $55. So I was like, okay, I need to use this gift card because I had a gift card. So I went ahead and finished that out. and then the item was 70% off, and then there was an additional 10% off. I mean, see, I feel like if I'm gonna buy something, it would be something where the price is just like almost close to free or free. I mean, you could $1.59, $1.49 rather. You can't beat that. That's all I paid for the item, and it was originally $55. So I went ahead and purchased it, and I'm looking forward to it because I really liked it when I first saw it, and I'm like, okay, I'm can't wait to get it. So I'm all excited. But yes, I'm hungry, so I'm thinking about that Indian food, but I'm not gonna drive down there and get it. I am, in control of my finances now, so I'm gonna go home and eat when I leave here. But I'm gonna be here for a few more hours. I've got my blanket with me. I thought about taking out my bike from the back so that I could just open up my trunk and just lay down flat and watch my movie, because I'm gonna watch my movie. I'm watching The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Now, I love thriller movies, and I am obsessed with horror movies, and I love, love, love zombie apocalyptic stories. I am obsessed with the zombie apocalypse, and I have been since I was a child. So, I just love horror. So, like, when October comes up, I celebrate Halloween, and my way of celebrating Halloween is I watch horror movies all 31 days of October. And I'll have my little dark chocolate and my popcorn. Well, I just learned that I can't eat popcorn anymore because I have popcorn. What is that? There's a baby rabbit. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. It's so tiny. Look at it. I wish you guys could see it. It's so tiny. It's so tiny and cute. Okay, so anyway. So in October, I celebrating Halloween. I celebrate Halloween in October, and I watch a different horror movie. And of course, these movies are on my favorite horror movie list. I have so many, so I can't cover them all. But I choose one horror movie each night rather, in October, and that's how I celebrate. And I have my snacks. But I just recently learned that I cannot have my favorite snack anymore, which is popcorn, because it really messes up my digestive system. And someone very near and dear to my heart told me why, and I was just like, that's just so sad. And I was just even further devastated when he told me that. So I was like, okay. So the body knows what it can and cannot have. So I cannot have popcorn anymore. And I loved popcorn so much to a point where I could eat it every day. I didn't eat it every day. It's like French fries. Like, I could eat them every day. I love French fries. I could eat them. I could eat it every day. And now that I can't have it, it's like, okay, maybe just stick to, some other snacks. And since I've changed my eating lifestyle, I've learned how to make snacks too. So I'll be doing a little bit more of that. But I celebrate Halloween by, watching the favorite horror movie of mine every day of October with my favorite snacks. And so popcorn won't be on the list of my snack items anymore, which is okay. So I'll just find some new stuff. But yeah, I'm hungry, so that's why we're talking about food. But I got my blanket, and I'm gonna watch The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which is one of my favorite 90s thrillers. I haven't watched it in a while, so I started watching it yesterday, so I'm going to finish it today. See if I can catch some fireworks visibly from where I'm parked at in the park. And if not, I'll just enjoy listening to them and watch my movie. Enjoy the night breeze in my truck. But yeah, I'm just doing a little solo hanging out in my truck at the park date with myself. I'm dating myself today. I'm on a date with myself today. Dating yourself and taking yourself out on dates is important. Not always looking forward to or waiting for the date with your loved one. because they have their own things that they have to do. And so my loved ones have their own things that they have to do or are doing or need to do even for themselves. So when they're busy and they need their time for themselves to do whatever it is that they want to do for themselves, then, we just make our solo date plans. And that's what I'm doing today. And 522, as I said that, and just chatting with you guys really quickly. So I have you guys hanging out with me, but I'm not doing much. You probably can hear the fireworks in the background. I'm just at the park just watching nature as you know, see me. I've caught 2 rabbits. I've caught a couple of butterflies, some birds. I haven't seen anything else. But I am really enjoying this breeze. I love, 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 because all this week up until yesterday afternoon, it's been smoking, like smoking hot where I'm located. And so just this nice breeze and listening to the fireworks in my truck with the windows down after this beautiful thunderstorm that just passed. It feels so amazing. These are just the simple things about life that I just absolutely love. And today, I'm all about going with the flow. And what going with the flow means to me is just simply not thinking about, life's challenges, not thinking about what's on your healing list, not thinking about who said what and who did what, not thinking about what happened 10 years ago that still has you sad, mad, and upset, not thinking about work, not thinking about what you got on your to-do list. If you don't feel your best, even just kind of tuning that out to the best of your ability, pretending that you don't have an illness if you're battling one. Just sitting in the moment and going with the flow and allowing life to just, beautifully grace you with all of its splendor, in its most natural and beautiful form. And so that's what I call going with the flow. There was no plan today. I didn't have a plan. I started out my day, I woke up, I greeted my beautiful son, and, we had a brief conversation. We went outside and, we grounded ourselves together. We got in the sun and took in some vitamin D. I did some sweeping off my porch, and, that was it. And then, as far as our time together now, after he went back in the house to get ready for his day, I stayed outside and I tidied up the porch some more, because after the storms that we've had, it just got it became a little bit of a mess out there. So after that, what I did was, I indulged in some plant baby care. And what I call indulging in plant baby care is just tidying up my plants and watering my plants and, picking off dead leaves. And one of my plants I completely repotted, and I picked off the dead leaves and I put some fresh, clean soil in it that I got from one of the food banks around the corner. There's a food bank around the corner from where I live, where you can go and get free soil, along with free food if you need it, of course. But I got some free soil, and that soil looks really amazing, and my plants have been thriving in it. So I repotted one of my plants in the free soil that I got, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to thrive. I propagated one of my snake plants, so I was really excited about that, because that was the first piece of plant life that I have ever propagated. And so I went ahead and potted it by itself in its own little pot. I did that some weeks back, so I was really excited about that. I just got everything watered and refreshed today. Not the stuff in my windowsill. I'll do that tomorrow after I, do my pedicure. But I indulged in some plant baby care, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm growing some food. So I'm just growing a couple of things, some seed potatoes, some cherries. They're called pink bumblebees. And they're supposed to be like pretty big in size. And then I'm growing some cherry tomatoes. I'm not growing a lot of food this year because I really didn't have a plan to do that, because I want to have a lot of space when I really grow a serious garden. And I plan to have a lot of space very, very soon to be able to do that. So I said I was just going to wait and just grow a few things just to grow some stuff, because I love growing things. I have a serious green thumb. So, I decided, okay, I'm just going to grow something just to say I'm growing something. So, I indulged in some front baby here. And then after that, I went and finished my lunch. I ate my salad actually outside before I indulged in my plant baby care. Took in some more vitamin D. Listened to some inspirational messages today, as I do every day. Got myself ready for the day. I did a little bit of work. I was productive, so I got something done that needed to get done. And after that, I fixed me a snack to come to the park with. I ate that as soon as I got here. I'm starving again. That's when I started thinking about the Indian food that's right down the street. It's like right there. But I'm not going to go. And then I came to the park. And now I'm just enjoying this breeze and the music from these beautiful birds. And now I'm talking to you guys. We're just hanging out, going with the flow. And, in life, especially during our healing journeys, as we are doing our serious healing work, going with the flow days are so, so, so important to incorporate in your schedule, along with self-care. There's another rabbit, and so little. He's kind of scrawny, and he just looked like he looked up at me. And I'm looking at him like, I need to take you to the Indian restaurant because you look like you need a samosa or some or some naan. That rabbit is so little. Poor thing. He needs to eat more grass. But yeah, I'm just enjoying this breeze. But I hope you guys are having a good day if you celebrate the 4th of July. I hope you're enjoying your time. Whether you're alone or you're with loved ones or friends, taking up some camaraderie and just having a good time, laughing. And I hope that, your time is making you feel good, to the cores of your souls. And that tonight that you enjoy the fireworks. Again, I don't know if I'm going to see any from where I am, but I'm hoping that, I know I'm definitely going to hear them because I'm already starting to hear them. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm not going to make this long because I just wanted to get on here and tell you how going with the flow is so important. So this has been my day of going with the flow. Such a gorgeous day. I'll show you a little bit of, what I can see from my car. Not too much, but just a little bit. And there's like a lot over there with like vehicles, so, But off to the side, there's greenery, and then like in the back, there's like all that greenery. That's why I was saying, like, I need to open up. Sorry, I put my hand right in y'all's face. I need to open up my trunk, but my bike is back there. So it's like, I thought about it, but I got lazy, and I was like, I don't feel like pulling that bike out because I don't want to have to put it back because I know I'm going to get on it next weekend and ride it. And exercise my legs and do some cardio next weekend. So it's like I've just been leaving it in the truck. And I need to get these pieces. I don't know what they're called. Maybe a bike rack of sorts. I don't think it's called that, but you like mount them. Maybe it's a mount. Maybe a bike mount. I don't know. I need to get something like that and put it on the walls of my place so I can put the bike on the mount so I can take it out, because I just thought about it. I was like, I'm going to start lifting up. I need to just put my bike in the house today. I'm gonna do that because I wish I had yesterday or even before I left, because now I want to lay back there with the trunk up and enjoy that breeze while my movie's playing. But I'm not. I'm just gonna be in the front seat. That's okay. I've planned ahead for the next, time I come to the park and I watch my movie, and I have the backup and I can lay my blanket down and just be chilling at night with my movie. It's kind of like a low budget drive-through situation because I love drive-throughs too. I love, love, love going to a drive-through. And I was thinking about a drive-through earlier with popcorn that I can no longer eat. And I don't know about you guys, but when you go to the theater, I always liked to get, which I won't anymore, popcorn. And then my little high C orange or fruit punch. And then I love those. They're so full of sugar. They're so bad for you. But it's like, sometimes it's like you gotta treat yourself. I don't eat perfectly healthy all the time, but I'm getting better all the time. But sometimes, I cheat, and I cheat with bad stuff. And then you get those little, like those pretzel bites. They even have like the huge ones, but the pretzel bites are so good. I know they're not healthy, but they're so good. And like, especially with some honey mustard sauce. Like the honey mustard sauce, not the regular mustard. It's good with regular mustard too, because regular mustard is like that sour, bitter, salty, flavor. But honey mustard sauce is like sweet, and then like that tang, so good. But it just, me with my trunk open and my blanket back there with my little movie through YouTube. That's for free because I got rid of my Netflix subscription to cut more costs. I have really trimmed as much fat as I could. 27 as I'm saying this. And then I'm going to cut this off because I don't want this to be more than 30 minutes. I want you guys to enjoy your holiday, for those of you that celebrate. But it's like my low budget drive-in setup situation, And I think it's even more enjoyable because it's at the park, at night with the breeze, and you can just stay as late as you want to or start as early as you want to. You don't have to wait on the show to start, at whatever time it's going to start. But yeah, this is just me going with the flow. I'm going to go with the flow day. How are you guys spending your day? What are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are, feeling good. And if you are not going with the flow today, consider going with the flow someday soon. I'll tell you, you won't regret it. You will not regret it. And you may be quite surprised at how enjoyable just going with the flow and not even making a plan can be, versus a day that you actually plan and map out. But I'm going to end it here, guys. 2855. 855 as I'm ending this. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. For those of you that celebrate, enjoy the rest of your day. For those of you that don't, like myself. And I will see you guys on Monday. So, you have a beautiful afternoon or night, depending on where you are. Love, peace, and grace.